Hi there. Day 2 of my road trip to Colorado, and I am in the French Quarter of New Orleans, getting ready to start the day. And so I pulled in last night with about I think 12%, 13% charge, and I found a hotel that had a charger and a J1772, so I had to use my adapter. But we AC charged overnight. But because my PCS is failing, I could only charge at 16 amps. So I got up to 84% charge, state of charge, and yeah, so we're ready to go. I put down quite a few miles, I guess, before I need to stop at a supercharger, which is great. But before I do that, I'm gonna go see if I can find me some New Orleans coffee, which is great, like regular coffee, except maybe with some chicory, and eat them with beignets, like a very sweet. Not even a donut. I don't know. It's been a while since I had one. I'll have to find out again when I get it. All right, we'll check in again soon. Bye. Okay, so I'm ready to leave the French Quarter of New Orleans and head to Austin, Texas, another great music city. And so I'm just gonna put. You can't really see what I'm doing, but navigate to Austin, Texas. It understood that, even though I kind of fumbled Texas. But yeah, so it's laying out a route. Let's see. Calculating. Okay, so we see the first stop is going to be in Lafayette, Louisiana. Arrive at 20% charge and stay for 20 minutes. That's 2:20. That's about 2 hours from now. Yeah, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Okay, well, and the next one after that, we'll see how it goes. Because 25% is kind of a lot, and I like to arrive with like 5% or less. So you can charge faster, and it's just the way to go. But yeah, we'll see how that works, and we'll just kind of, I guess we can just pull out and get going. New Orleans is a great town. Oh my God. It's like a street party every weekend, I guess. And yeah, nice seeing this Sunday morning. A lot of people out getting their coffees and beignets. Just the architecture here is so great. Don't want to run into a guy. Okay, I'll let you go so I can drive. I think I might as well just show you some of the streets here in New Orleans. We got to take a right. Actually, we're turning onto Bourbon Street. There's a little sign on the corner there, a little plaque saying Cahiers Bourbon. Is it Cahiers or is it Calais? It was a French city, but did the Spanish have it? I don't know. Usually it's, en français, it's Rue de Bourbon. So maybe it was held by the Spanish for a while. I guess my American history kind of sucks. This is Esplanade Street. We have I lived in Montreal for some years, and we have an Esplanade up there as well, which runs alongside of a park, and it's really nice, and it's a nice little, like, it's kind of echoes this street in a way. This is kind of nicer, but the one in Montreal is not bad either. But this is pretty nice. Definitely no palm trees in the one in Montreal. Okay, make it 0.4 mile north Clybourne. Okay, crossing North Rampart. I think we're just about out of the French Quarter. Maybe not quite, maybe a few more blocks. Lots of nice oak trees here. This place looks cool on the right. Sale by owner, 1347 historic mansion. So this town's been here a while. Won't block the intersection. Dizzy's is at open for lunch Monday to Saturday. A family restaurant. This little let's see if I can spin this around a little bit. Dizzy's, like as in Dizzy Gillespie, the trumpet player. Got a little silhouette of him on the sign. So it's hard to tell from here, but the highway west of New Orleans, there's a lot of elevated roadways, highways that go over, I guess, swampland. So unfortunately, you can't really see it from here. But in between, like our two lanes, and then the highway over on the other side, the other direction. If I look down below, I can see like muddy water. It's pretty cool. But on the other side of that landway, though, it looks like it's just like swamp. There's definitely ground in there. Yeah, swamp. It's kind of cool. Anyway, just thought I'd share. So I need to stop for something to eat, and since I'm in Louisiana, I thought I'd stop here at Popeyes and get Louisiana Kitchen in Louisiana. All right. Now you can kind of see it for a second there, the water between the roads. This raised highways, man, it's like miles and miles. I bet you there's maybe, well, I don't know how many miles it is, but it's a lot. It's got to be billions of dollars to build this, or rebuild it when it needs to be rebuilt. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so making the first supercharger stop of the day in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'd hoped to make it to the next one actually, but it didn't look like I could. It was actually very hard to get the screen to tell me what percentage I would arrive at, even if it was a negative. I just couldn't get it to come up for some reason. I guess that's on me for not knowing how to use the system properly, I guess. I don't know. I did it earlier with a different supercharger stop, and it showed me like arriving at negative 4%. So I was trying to see how I could get it to do that with this situation, with this location. Let me show you where I'm approaching. Yeah, that guy's pulling out, so I'm going to pull in right in here beside him. 2D, back in. Not a whole lot going on in this supercharger location. I believe we got a Petco, which, you know, I don't need today. Office Depot, Cato Fashions, and Ulta Beauty. Yeah, so like no food. Let me turn you around here. No food or anything like that. Okay. Could use some amenities, I think. Supercharger stops with amenities. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. So actually, that should say that little drive, we averaged 275 watt hours per mile, which is not bad considering I was traveling over 70 miles an hour, possibly over 80 from time to time. Yeah, so that's relatively efficient. Since I charged last, leaving this morning, I stopped actually on the way to get Popeyes. It's been 281 watt hours a mile. So yeah, I mean, considering the speeds I'm driving at, that's pretty decent. Yeah. We'll see how long this takes. It says, what does it say? I've got 24%. Man, I think I could have made it to the next one. Now it's telling me I arrive at negative 2%. And I could do that. But I'm here already, so I'm just going to plug in for a couple minutes and then get going again. Alright, a little update. We're still on our way to Beaumont, Texas, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of the landscape here. It's pretty flat. There's not a whole lot going on. We're just north of the coast, I guess, you know. And we're coming up on Lake Charles, I guess, is next. But yeah, it's pretty flat. Nice smooth roads, pretty easy going. It's a beautiful day out there. It's like 97 degrees though. It's like kind of warmer than I expected it to be on this trip. It's like the first week of October. Yeah, so there you have it. That's what it looks like. Catch up with y'all in a little bit. Alright, just wanted to show you this bridge. This is kind of crazy. This is up and up and up. Can't really see what's on the off to the sides at all. Oh, it looks like chemical or oil refining. I think we must be close to, where are we? Sulphur, Louisiana, Moss Bluff, in that area somewhere. Yeah, it looks like a big refinery over there, but there's also, oh yeah, as we're peeking the bridge now, and you can see there on the right, yeah, a big pile of, it's got to be an oil refinery. That's massive tanks, huge number of them. Wow. But if this is part of the country they call Cancer Alley, there's a string of these along here. This stretch of highway around Beaumont area between here and there. And yeah, apparently there's like a higher incidence of cancer. And yeah, which kind of sucks. So, yes, less oil, less cancer. Anyway, on that cheery note, let's get back on the road. Alright, looks like we're about to enter the great state of Texas. Welcome to Texas. Drive friendly, the Texas way. We'll see about that. Oh man, it's been a pretty great drive. You know, this drive I've just noticed there's a lot of Volkswagen Atlas SUVs around. I'd never really noticed them before, but I got behind one last night and I noticed the taillights has an interesting taillight signature, and I was wondering what it was, and I finally got up alongside. I could tell, okay, it's an Atlas. And now today I've been seeing them everywhere. It's kind of ridiculous how many there are. I don't know if maybe it's just part of the country. They sold a lot down here. I have no idea. But anyway, just throwing that out there. Well, hey there. We've arrived at Beaumont, Texas, superchargers. And funny thing, I was just pulling up here, and on the screen up popped Auto Park. Like asking me if I want to Auto Park, I guess. I've never actually seen that pop up on my screen before. I know it was, a function of the car like back in 2018, but I haven't seen it since I own my car, and I've actually tried to get it to work before, because you're supposed to drive like slowly along, a row of cars, and a P will pop up here on the screen, I guess, or something. Maybe it's changed somewhat, because I didn't see that at all. It just, gave me this option of using Auto Park, and so I did, and then it backed up into the supercharger behind me here, and whatever. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. It did an okay job. Actually, I backed up again another 6 inches after it was done, so I guess it could probably do better. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna plug in here, and I'm not actually sure. I need to look at how far or where I want to go to next. I think I wanted to go on the other side of Houston. Oh yeah. Yeah, I need to get enough charge here to go on the other side of Houston. I'm just looking at my map. Well, there's a ton of superchargers in Houston, or chargers of some kind. But if we can get on the other side, maybe by Katy, Texas or something. Yeah, there's a couple at Katy, Texas. So I'll look at that in a minute or two, but first I'm just going to plug in. Alright, so I guess now it's on to Austin, Texas. I filled up to 76% here, and probably more than needed, but I saw they got this place just across the parking lot, Maricella's Tamales. I don't think I've ever had tamales, and so I'm going to try some out, and some tacos. So by the time I got back to the car, I'm up to 76%, and I guess I'm going to stop next in Waller, Texas. We'll see, actually, because it's got me arriving there with 22%, which is kind of high. So I might be able to go another stop past that. I don't know, we'll have to check as we get going down the road. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Okay, see you next check-in. Alright, so we are headed into Houston, Texas. Not sure if you can see that there, some overpasses. I was talking last night about the great thing about driving west is you get to see all the sunsets. You also get the sun in your eyes for quite a piece of time too, so I guess there's a good and bad, yin and yang. But anyway, here's Texas. We're headed through Texas. Actually, we're going to go to Katy, to the, I'm not sure why, windshield wipers just took a swipe there. I thought I turned them off, actually. I'm checking. And they're on auto again. I guess I turned the car off and back on. But yeah, because I had this weird, swipe of the wiper. I haven't seen rain in days. But anyway, yeah, this is these roads are getting a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to let you go so I can pay attention to what I'm doing. Oops, like just then, I almost ended up downtown, but no, hopefully I'm on the right road. I got to check in with my directions and see where I'm going. All right, just pulling into the Buc-ee's here in Katy, Texas, and I believe the superchargers are back in here somewhere. I didn't follow the exact directions of the navigation, but I think I'm gonna get there. It should be around somewhere. I see them off in the distance. Let's see. This place is so huge. If you've never been to Buc-ee's, it's like the biggest, I don't know, gas station, truck stop, whatever, ever. And they're popping up all over the country. They're just huge. All right, let's back into here and we get some electrons into this thing. Hey there. So just finished charging at the superchargers in Katy, Texas, which are at the Buc-ee's here. And so I just plugged in and went inside the Buc-ee's, looked around, checked out stuff. It's a huge place. By the time I got back, I have way more energy in my battery than I really need, but it's great. So I'm just going to move on to Austin, and don't need to charge when I'm there because I'll be there for a day or whatever. So I'm good for a while for electrons. All right, check in with you all later. Well, looks like we made it to Austin, Texas. Check that out. Here's the screen. Here we are. Oh, gotta go.
In 150 feet, turn left toward West 4th Street.